Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Source: Cowboys interested in trade for Henreic. The Philadelphia Eagles are once again about to make some difficult choices regarding how to balance a loaded roster inside the salary cap, which is why the idea of trading sackmaster Henreic is a very real one. And an NFL source tells CowboysSI.com that the idea of the Dallas Cowboys investigating ways to acquire Henreic is real, too. Eagles GM Howie Roseman is dealing with the issue while at the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis on Tuesday. "Henreic obviously is an unbelievable player for the Philadelphia Eagles," said Roseman. "Local kid, great success story. Love having Henreic, but I think that anything you're trying to do, you're trying to blend obviously what you're trying to do this year and how you're going to look in the future," Roseman said. "I think that's the hardest job. I don't want to get into any specifics with any conversations with players, but I have tremendous respect for the player and the person. The Cowboys have respect for Henreic as well, which is why our source mentions Dallas and Jacksonville as among the teams that are interested in making a move. There are rumors mentioning Detroit, Houston, and New England here, but we have not confirmed." Among the issues in Dallas? The Cowboys share the same cap concerns as the Eagles do, and Henreic is the subject of trade talk. He was reportedly recently granted permission to seek a suitor, though Henreic denied the specificity of that story, because of what his salary demands might be. He's a $15 million APY standout who it seems wants a raise. Additionally, of course, there is the understandable obstacle of Henreic, who will turn 30 in September, being dealt with in the NFC East. An Eagles source tells us that, obviously, Philly would prefer to not do that. And one more thing, Henreic is from Haddon Heights, New Jersey, just outside of Philly. He played at Temple, right there in Philly. Stranger things have happened, but Henreic in a Dallas uniform would surely feel odd to so many. But Henreic is the best pass rusher on a big-time defense. He registered 11 sacks last year and has totaled double-figure sacks for 4 straight seasons. And if Dallas is truly going all in, truly being the pivotal and maybe dubious word here? A stellar edge to add to a defensive front led by Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence would be a huge get. The matter of compensation coming back in a trade for Henreic? It's anybody's guess right now. Especially because if Philly wants to do something cap-friendly, it needs to be post-June 1, at which time getting draft picks for him will be about 2025. The Cowboys and other teams could force the Eagles' hand and hope he gets released with a post-June 1 designation, in which case the Eagles could cut him and save $16 million under the salary cap. "This is our salary cap money," Roseman said. "We've got to make sure we're still making good decisions with it because, at the end of the day, as we go forward, we do have a lot of guys making a lot of money. Take that as a hint that Philly might have to say goodbye to a very good player. What Jerry Jones' Cowboys do about it might be a great way to take the temperature regarding what all-in really means inside the star." Judge orders Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones to take paternity test. Dallas County Judge Sandra Jackson has ruled that the Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones must take a paternity test after the hearing on February 19. On Wednesday, Alexandra Davis's lawyers called the ruling a huge victory. The 26-year-old Davis had sued Jones in March, claiming the 80-year-old billionaire was her father and had been paying her and her mother hush money for years. Attorney Chris Hayes said, "The judge's ruling proves that being a rich, powerful person does not mean you are above the law." Davis had originally filed the lawsuit against Jones back in March 2022, alleging Jones was her biological father who had a relationship with her mother in the mid-1990s. In her initial lawsuit, Jones and her mother, Cynthia, met in the mid-1990s and began a relationship that followed her birth on December 16, 1996. As per the suit filed in 2022, Jones and Cynthia Davis cut a deal in which he paid her about $430,000 in 3 payments and also set up 2 trusts for Alexandra. In this case, if either Cynthia or Alexandra had claimed Jones to be the father, the agreement on financial support would be cut off. That lawsuit was later dropped, 1 month after it was filed, with Davis instead seeking a ruling to force the 81-year-old billionaire to submit to definitive genetic testing. A judge had previously ruled in favor of testing in late 2022, while Jones's legal team had appealed the decision. One of Davis's attorneys, Jay Gray, shared with Natalie Kia-Mouncown of the Dallas Morning News his client wasn't recanting her claim that Jones is her father. Gray said, "Alexandra has just decided that she wants to go ahead and proceed with parentage and DNA testing. She wants to remove any doubts that Jerry's her father." Cowboys could add $68 million Super Bowl champ to fill big roster hole. There are a number of holes to be filled in Cowboys free agency even as they wrestle with big-ticket items like new contracts for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, deals that should run a combined $80 million per year or so. While the cap has spiked upwards and all teams have a bit more breathing room than expected, the Cowboys will still need to be cost-conscious when filling in some spots, including linebacker. And according to the USA Today site Cowboys Wire, there's another name in the mill that fits in Dallas, veteran Buccaneers linebacker Shaquil Barrett. Yes, the same Barrett who knocked Prescott around in the 2022 opener, hits that wound up leaving Prescott with a broken thumb. Barrett, a starter for the Buccaneers for the last 5 years, is a 2-time Pro Bowler, and Tampa would have liked to have kept him. But, like the Cowboys, the Bucs have big-ticket items to bring back: Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Antoine Winfield, and need to clear space. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported on Tuesday, Buccaneers are releasing 2-time Pro Bowl outside linebacker Shaquil Barrett, per sources. Barrett had a $15.04 million option bonus due next month. Instead of collecting it, he now will become a free agent. Barrett had been entering the final year of a 4-year, $68 million contract, and though he has been playing at a high level, the Cowboys could still sign him on a bargain deal. Barrett suffered a torn Achilles tendon in 2022 and at 31, he is not the same player he was in 2019, when he led the NFL with 19.5 sacks, or even in 2021 when he earned his second Pro Bowl spot. But he earned a Pro Football Focus grade of 73.1 last year, 42nd out of 113 graded outside linebackers. As writer Todd Brock put it, Barrett might now be seen as someone who would bring much-needed experience to the middle level of Dallas's defense, with Leighton Vander Esch's football future up in the air. Damone Clark and Buddy Johnson are the only other true linebackers on the current roster. DeMarvion Overshown is a promising prospect, but has yet to play a down in the pros as he comes off an injury that preempted his rookie campaign. The Cowboys are due for changes in the LB room, and could stand to invest in a veteran presence, whether it's Barrett or someone else with some skins on the wall. There is no doubt that the Cowboys need to invest a bit more in the linebacker spot, especially because, if Vander Esch does leave, the cupboard would be bare. Spotrac notes that the Cowboys are slated to spend $13 million on linebackers, which is 8th lowest in the NFL. If Vander Esch retires, that number drops below $9 million, 4th lowest. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones was evasive when asked about Vander Esch's future this week. Vander Esch suffered a neck injury in the loss to the 49ers last year and might not be able to play again. "It's an injury issue that he's getting his hands around," Jones said, per the team website. And you fan, what do you think of the Shaquil Barrett situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.